I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. A Flagler Palm Coast High School student is charged with threatening another student on social media. Tony Magoo reports.
A school resource deputy at Flagler Palm Coast High School, Christopher Ailcrum, was notified by school administrators that two students were having a conversation on Instagram that was threatening. Deputy Ailcrum spoke to the victim in the conversation, who stated that their argument started over NFL football and then escalated. This all happened this past Monday night. The suspect, 16-year-old Dylan Birdie, threatened to beat the victim and his parents and put a knife to the victim's throat. He also threatened to put the victim in a grave. Here's Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley with a word of caution.
Parents, talk to your kids. We really don't want to be making these arrests, but we have a zero-tolerance policy, and if they violate the law, they're committing a felony.
Birdie was arrested at his home on Tuesday after he admitted to sending the messages. He was then taken into custody. He was placed under arrest for written threats to kill, a felony under Florida state law. He was taken to the Sheriff Perry Hall inmate detention facility for processing and then transported to the Department of Juvenile Justice in Daytona Beach. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Tony Magoo.
This portion of Flagler's Morning News brought to you by the Daytona Beach International Airport, Delta Airlines nonstop to Atlanta, and now nonstop service to New York City via American Airlines.
The Flagler County Chamber of Commerce has a new leader. Amy Stafford will take over as president and CEO. Alan Goodman is chairman of the Chamber of Commerce.
Amy comes to us with 17 years of experience, most recently with the Kentucky Chamber of Commerce, where she held the position of vice president of administration for 14 years. Prior to that, she spent 3 years with the organization in the role of director of public relations. So
Goodman tells WNZF the chamber is heading in a new direction.
Everyone in the community should be very excited about what Amy brings to the table. Again, she's very well-rounded with her experience level, and I think it will build a very cohesive business relationship within the community, and we're just really thrilled to have her on board.
Stafford's selection was unanimous. She takes over for Jorge Gutierrez, who resigned in September. The Bunnell City Commission will consider a resolution later this month that would create a new business incentive program. John Arking has the details.
With the adoption of the strategic plan earlier this year, the City of Bunnell and the Bunnell City Commission made economic development one of its priorities. One of the objectives within the strategic plan is to increase the city's economic base through the development of a performance-based incentive policy. Bunnell City Manager Dr. Alvin Jackson.
It's for new businesses, existing businesses. We will actually be addressing spec buildings, as we will incentivize individuals that will do spec buildings also. When I say performance-based, is that we are looking for companies that will create jobs that meet the minimum wages and above, and basically expanding the tax base through capital investment.
The City Commission will consider the plan during its December 18th regular meeting. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arkin.
The Sheltering Tree in Bunnell shelters more than just homeless people when it gets cold.
Martin Collins, the assistant chair of the shelter's board, said that several types of people come for a warm place when the temperature outside drops to 40 or below.
Some of the people that we would have staying overnight might be people who, for example, can't afford their utility bill, so they have no electric power, and they come in, or they're having temporary pressure. You have people who are living in their car.
Collins said there is even one specific person who comes in when the shelter opens.
We have a guy who can't afford a home, so he's pumping gas until 10 o'clock at night, and he comes in after he finishes work.
Collins said that the shelter takes in all sorts of people for whatever their reasons, so that they'll have a warm place on a cold night. If you want to help in any way, contact the Sheltering Tree at flaglershelteringtree.com. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.